Welcome back. We're going to the hotel again, because I can Slim Jim the cars. I think I can Slim Jim this one too, but I don't actually think that there's anything in here, so I'm not gonna do it. Nothing useful. Never was, never is. I don't think there's anything in the green car either. And they're not important. What's important is the car in front of Anne's, which is right here. So. Yes. Look at that. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Scary. To Private Investigator Steve Moss, March 13th. I came across your name through a close friend of mine. She highly recommended you, saying you are a person of integrity and a very reliable investigator. So I would like for you to investigate the case which happened in 1995 in a town called Painscreek of the murder of Vivian Roberts. I was there when it happened. The body had been placed in front of the mansion gates for everyone to see. A few days later, Scott was apprehended as a suspect. However, there wasn't enough evidence and he was soon released. 18 months later, the police filed Vivian's case as unsolved. I've tried to forget everything, but I just can't. I simply want to know the truth. I've enclosed a copy of the threat letter that Vivian received the day she died. I hope it helps. For safety purposes, I would like to remain anonymous at this time. I will give you the first payment in good faith that you will agree to my offer. When the case is solved, I'll pass you the rest of the payment. Sincerely, Anonymous. Know what you did, me by the well at midnight, you know which one, come alone. So, why are the E's gray? Stephen Moss. Hey man, kinda look like Scott Shelby from Heavy Rain. March 26th. The investigation progress is slow. I've tried to reach people, but many of them have left Painscreek, and those who still remain are starting to move out. I found some evidence showing that things aren't what they seem. The media didn't have it right. I need to interview some people who worked at the mansion. I've been too wary and haven't reached out yet. Matthew seems to be Scott's legal parent, still won't talk to him yet. I'll have to visit St. Patrick's Orphanage tomorrow. It's a day's drive from here. I know Scott found something there. There's something not quite right with all of this. Right? March 30th? Vivian married Charles in 71. Okay. I just realized that like my giant open closet is visible on my phone where I'm using my webcam, but it's not on the crop, so we're fine. After the marriage, she became vice president of the Roberts Mining Company. It went into a slump after the mining accident in 73, but her resilience to not give up led to her rebuilding the company from the ground up. She supported local businesses such as the Painscreek Community Hospital to revitalize a small village. Looks like she was publicly active. Probably very active. Too active? She was taken to the Painscreek Community Hospital for an emergency operation in 1974. Trisha Roberts was born just before that. Vivian was hospitalized for a few months. She was reliant on Dr. Henry Johnson during that period. Security room 025241 in the mansion. Well, who are you? The secret lies with her. Hey, 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 you're Sofia. Oh god. Can I? Yeah! I got it to work for me this time. Sorry. There's something else. I can go to the mansion now, again. Can't tell if that's blood or like staining. And can I open the trunk? No. So what lead can I follow? I can go to the mansion because I have the security room key and I have the shed code from Trisha and Scott's little secret hideaway escapades. So I'll do that. I don't think I need to go to the hospital yet. I'm trying to think of what I get from there. And I don't think I need anything. Yet. Oh. Hey, there's like a... Oh. Why did I never notice that before? Cool. I don't know if it matters, but... So I'm gonna mute myself so that I can, like, cough my brains out in a second. Because it is, like... Reading is, like, making it hang around, and I'm dying. Give me 1 second. Whoop, whoop. There we go. I don't know why, but you can, like, hear a light buzzing every time I enter this area. 1 second. Hello. Welcome back. Everyone left my Twitch stream because my stream killed itself. Wah. Alright. P is for photo. Let's go to the gate. I was still crouched. I was like, why am I walking so slow? Let's go to the gate first, I guess. So... that was... So the picture's of Sofia, and Sofia is an important lady. I don't know why that... I don't know why I chose to say that like that, but whatever. Rock and roll! Hello. 8, 8, 3, 1. Hello. Oliver from the photo lab borrowed a shovel and a wrench. Andrew. P.S. We have extras, so I told him he could keep the tools until he was done with them. Okay. Oh. Attic key. Good to have. Trisha. Trisha drawer. Trisha diary. March 26th. I have an itchy head. I like being with Scott. I can be myself in front of him. He doesn't judge me or tell me what to do. He cares about what I think. It makes me happy. April 1st. Scott and I have decided to have our own secret hideout. It'll be really fun. Mom won't know that we're secretly meeting. September 3rd. I'm so glad that Scott is now working at the mansion, although having Andrew as a supervisor is probably not the best idea. He's drunk all the time. I don't want him to influence Scott in a bad way. September 16th. Scott has to work the garden the whole day. After that, he has some errands to do. I guess we won't be meeting today. I miss him already. October 1st. I wanted to learn photography, so Mom hired Oliver to be my tutor. At first, I thought he would be too old to teach, plus his techniques are probably too ancient. But when he came, I was surprised that he was a very humble person. Despite our age differences, we talked for hours. I felt comfortable around him. Then he showed me the photos he took. They were beautiful. It was around this point that I figured out that Oliver is perfect as a tutor, that I shouldn't have been so quick to judge the old man. I'm glad Oliver's my teacher. October 5th. Scott has finally finished moving all his stuff to the cabin. Winter's coming. It'll be extremely cold in the cabin. The fireplace should help. Maybe I should knit a scarf for Scott? I think I'll visit him today. Okay, and then we've got chest pieces. What? And... Good at me. Alright. Is there anything in here? Anything else that I need? I don't believe so. Alright. To the attic. Oh, my back is popping like crazy. They just be doing that. Alright, I'm going through this door this time because I am a rebel. Oh, we have the security room. Oh, that's right here. Yeah, she's still locked. Alright. Oh, wait, hold on. You know, I actually need the... Oh, it's in journals. Never mind. One of these days I'll figure out how to play this game. 025241. I'm in. Here we go. Nanny room. Tea room. Trisha room. Security desk logbook. Someone ran through the garden last night. A man about 5'5", wearing a hooded sweater, climbed the fence wall into the garden. He proceeded to run to the backyard and jumped over the back wall. A new stack of VHS tapes have arrived. Please use the new tapes instead of recording over existing ones. April 6th. I came across a note by Magdalene Roberts stuck between one of the old logbooks. It was requesting the search of a missing security tape dated June 28th, 1975. It seems the tape was never found. We have a new security guard coming in today. His name is Samuel Green. Tom Parker will be his mentor to get him up to speed. July 4th. Andrew came to the mansion at around 11 p.m. He was very drunk. Scott was called. He arrived around 11:15 p.m. and brought Andrew home. Ugh. August 12th. Today marks Tom Parker's 20th year since he started work at the mansion. He will be retiring from his position next month to take care of his ailing wife. November 2nd. There's a strange tale going around Painscreek recently. Stephanie, a 6-year-old girl, got lost during Halloween. Apparently, she followed some fireflies in the woods and couldn't get back home. Her parents called the sheriff. They conducted a search but couldn't find her. 2 hours later, Stephanie got home safe and sound. When asked how she found her way back, Stephanie said a young lady found her crying and brought her back. She didn't know the lady's name, but remembered her being pretty and having long black hair. She was wearing a black dress, similar to what the mansion maids wear at work. The strange thing is that when I asked around, all the maids said they were working that evening. Awesome. Bernard Hopkins. Okay. Derek. Hired in 1990. Wanda, currently hospitalized. She will resume her work when discharged. Okay. Andrew Reed. Wow, you are... Kinda looks like Bionic Pig, actually. He's a YouTube creator. Okay. Dorothy. 40 Black Pine Road. Longest hired employee. Mary Martinez never got a photo. She previously worked at the Moon Cafe and she was born in 73. 10 Town Center Drive. But someone else lives there. Don't they? Mrs. Hall lives at 10 Town Center Drive. Hey, look, a tape. Hey, look, it doesn't matter. Hey, look, more tapes. Hey, look, they don't matter either. Alright. Trisha? Oh, but that one had letters on it, so... Oh, this is not who I thought this was. This is Dorothy's room. Dear Charles, oh, January 31st, 1996. I've worked here for more than 20 years, and I'm so glad that I was able to spend time here with everyone. I greatly appreciate the opportunities you gave me and the time I spent with Trisha. Trisha was everything to me, and she loved me. She smiled whenever I called her. I wish I could have given her more. Despite what has happened here in Painscreek, there are moments of pure joy that we've all shared together. I will hold on to these memories. I'm sorry that I'm leaving and won't be able to serve you anymore. Thank you for everything. Please take care of yourself. Sincerely, Dorothy. Diary. Wow. Fancy, Dorothy. September 23rd. I can't believe that Andrew tried to kill himself again. Thank God for Scott. I cannot imagine what would have happened if Scott wasn't there to save him. Andrew was never like this when Laura and Daniel were here. Even as his wife, I doubt Laura has any idea why Andrew turned out this way. I can't blame her for leaving him and taking their son. I wonder if they've contacted each other since then. October 10th. I visited Andrew at the hospital today. He seemed different. He looked calm, as if he had somehow managed to find peace within himself. The attending nurse said Scott has been here almost every day, taking care of him and being with him. Andrew has been talking a lot with Scott. Andrew told me he's ready to see Laura and Daniel again. I'm glad to hear that. I should call Laura and tell her the good news. That was October. 4 months later, in February, Scott came to fix my sink today. He did a wonderful job. I offered him tea and we talked quite a bit, mostly about Charles and Vivian. I showed him my old photo album. To my surprise, Scott became very quiet. He asked me if he could borrow one of my photographs. I don't see why not. He thanked me and left in a hurry. Oh, I should call Laura and tell her about Andrew's situation. June 19th, so this is 4 months later? It's ironic that Andrew died shortly after being saved. I met Laura and Daniel at Andrew's funeral today. Daniel reminded me of Andrew. I can't believe he's already 15 years old. Last I saw him, he was only 7. Laura said Andrew had been sending them money these last few years. She had been considering to return to Painscreek so they could be together again. If only I had called Laura before the fire accident. I feel so sorry for them. Well, fishy suspicion. Aw. Dorothy and Trisha. Okay. That somehow is not something that I can interact with. Another diary that's super fancy. 72? You've been buying the same diary design for the last, like, 20 years? There's a newly hired maid named Sofia. I think Matthew recommended her, saying that she's his cousin. She's very pretty and has very good manners. She's a quick learner, too, and does whatever she's told to do. She's very eager, asking a lot on what she should do, how she should act when Charles and Vivian are present, how to be perfect at her job. I like her already. March 10th, 1973. The guys delivering food to the mansion were gawking at Sofia, as if they've never seen a pretty girl before. I had to ask Sofia to go back into the house, otherwise someone might have funny ideas. Her uniform needs a little more cover. June 20th. Matthew sometimes comes over and checks to see if Sofia is doing okay. I tell him he's worrying too much, that Sofia is loved by all. Matthew seems pleased every time I say this. If I didn't know better, I'd think that Matthew liked her. Ew. September 24th. It rained heavily today. Sofia and I were having our tea break when she asked me, what does it feel to be loved? I said, well, it's like the feeling you get when you're with your parents. She was quiet for a moment and then replied, it's hard for me to imagine because I don't have parents. I didn't know what to say to her at that time, but after the break was over, I decided to make effort to care for her more. Alright. You hiding any secrets in the bathroom, Dorothy? No, you are not. Unless you're hiding a mop. Well, you're hiding a push broom. Alright. Keep forgetting the doors open like that. Where's Trisha's room? I'm gonna go there before I go in the attic. Oh, and I have this. Okay. I thought that was a picture. It is a broom. 1 fork. Like y'all's style. There's the guest china. Oh? Alright. Cool. Ah! What are you? I don't think that that's what goes in the... That can't be what goes over there. Over there, because... that would be too easy. Vivian Roberts' diary. April 28th, 1972. Charles is running for election. I talked to Wilson and Edwards and they have both agreed to support us. I don't think they're doing this to solely gain business benefits. Rather, they believe in Charles. Their support will help boost morale for our party. June 30th. It's our anniversary today. Charles invited me to my favorite restaurant. It was a complete surprise, and I was so happy. I thought he might have forgotten. After dinner, we spent the rest of the evening walking along the beach. We talked as if we were teenagers in love. I could not remember the last time I felt this carefree. August 9th. Magdalene is coming. What should I do? She's always asking will we be having kids. I don't think I'm ready yet. Not when I'm still recovering from the miscarriage. That's heavy. October 13th. Edwards called today and tried to push me in favor of a business agreement that we discussed months ago. I rejected his request since it will breach the trust agreement between our companies. I didn't expect him to threaten me by backing out from supporting Charles. If that'll happen, so be it. I would rather lose his support than to make deals with people with no integrity. Damn, Vivian. Investigation on Painscreek Community Hospital donation funds, February 17, 1993. Dear Mrs. Vivian Roberts, our latest investigation shows that Dr. Henry Johnson has been embezzling funds from the Roberts Relief Foundation. He's sending a portion amount to an offshore private account under the name of Jefferson Investments, LLC. Every 5th of the month, an exact amount of $9,990 is being transferred, supposedly for the payment of medical supplies and equipment. However, neither the equipment nor the medical supplies could be accounted for. This has been going on for the past 16 months. As of now, the total amount embezzled nears $160,000. Sincerely, Roland Brown. Nelson and Brown investigation. Well. Do I have a key for you? Attic. That's to... It's just something. I don't think it's this. Yeah. Okay. I just thought I'd ask. There's a bunch of hate mail stored in here. How does it feel to ruin the lives of many? Something costed me my job, you heartless witch. You don't deserve to live. Okay. And now I can go to the attic. I don't think I need anything else in here. The attic is this way? Well, then what's the last key? Hold on. I grabbed keys for 3 rooms. Didn't I? How did I end up with you? Did I not go to the nanny room? I did. Nanny room. Trisha's room. And then the tea room. What? Is it the guest room? Is that what I have a key for? I could be wrong, dude. I don't know. Oh, I haven't been in Trisha's room yet. But yeah, I have. No, I haven't. I was in Dorothy's room. Oh my god, I'm so confused. Oh, well, that's an easy fix. Please hold on to this. Someday I will tell you everything. Scott. Okay. My diary. May 22nd. Mom is so judgmental. She doesn't want me to be anywhere near Scott, saying that I should find someone who's of the same class as me. What does that even mean? Who determines what class Scott is in? Did Mom talk to Father Matthew? Is that why Father Matthew also forbade us from seeing each other? Don't they know we're in love? July 24th. Last night, Scott and Father Matthew had a big fight. Father Matthew told him to stop seeing me again. I asked Scott why, but he didn't know the reason. I feel so miserable. October 10th. Scott asked me if I had a younger brother named Vincent. I didn't. He told me that it was probably just a rumor, but wanted to be sure about it. Who'd spread such a rumor about my family? October 11th. At dinner, I asked Mom if I ever had a younger brother named Vincent. She stared at me and said no. She then asked where I got the name from. When I said from Scott, she told me dinner's over. I argued with her. She yelled and sent me to my room. Later, I heard her arguing with Dad. So 2 weeks later, how could Mom fire Scott? That is so unreasonable. There's no reason at all for firing him. And why can't I see Scott anymore? I love Scott. Dad loves him too. Only Mom hates him and I don't even know why. November 22nd. I find it really strange. I knew that today was Scott's day off, so I tried to surprise him at the cabin. However, I couldn't find him. I searched everywhere, inside and outside of the cabin. He was nowhere to be found. Just as I was about to leave, he suddenly appeared as if he'd been in here this whole time. This has happened several times now. I'm wondering if there's a hidden room in the cabin that I just don't know about. Maybe. Dear Trisha, you can always stay at my place when you feel lonely. Cool, now we have Dorothy's house key. Muy importante. Trisha requested that all her books be brought to her room in the hospital. So she went to the hospital too. Okay, locked music box. Another diary. Hold on, what's this? Cabin key. That's useful. My diary. 88. Scott's a strange kid. Very quiet. I don't think it's right for the other boys to bully him and call him names. I wonder why Scott's parents didn't want him. January 6th. I don't like after-school programs, especially ballet. It's difficult and boring. And I hate proper etiquette. What's wrong with being myself? I don't need to be like Mom. Oh. August 3rd. I haven't seen Dad for a while. I wonder when he'll be back. Every time I enter the study room, I can smell his tobacco smell. It's the perfect reminder when he's gone for so long. I miss Dad. Mom's always working. She's so busy with other people that she has no time for me. Sometimes I wonder if Mom loves me. Maybe I should call Dorothy Mother instead. Ooh. 44871. Those don't open? You sure? Okay. Wow. So Vivian sucks at being a mom, as it turns out. So I have the attic. Well, I'm upstairs right now, so I might as well go back up there. We'll go into the attic and poke around, and then we'll oh, that's lovely. Dark attic. Some stairs. Some not pill bottles, because they're white. I found out the other day that prescription pill bottles are orange. Supposedly to prevent sunlight from hitting your medication. Secret safe, tea time. So we still need clock key. Wherever that is. Is that all to find in here? Really? Purple paint? Alright, well, we'll go down. Ooh. No, I want that shut. Garden trowel. Items needed for the barbecue. Charcoal, grill brush, fork, grill fork, lighter fluid, and grill brush again. Scissors. Well, why could I take a picture of you? I think you're a red herring. Okay. Diary? September 21st. I didn't feel well today. I had a nightmare last night. I can't remember what it was like, but it was unnerving. I see Scott all the time now since he started working at the mansion. He's always with Trisha. I used to be the one to hang out with Trisha. October 1st. Mom says she feels better these days. It's as if she forgot she even has cancer. So this is Derek. I hope she recovers quickly. Mr. Johnson is a great man to help us out like this. I think he means Dr. Johnson, but semantics. November 8th. Trisha talked to me today. She said Scott is busy recently and she feels lonely. I would never make her feel that way. I can't say it to her, but I'll be there whenever she needs me. We talked a lot. I wish every day would be like today. February 14th. Today, Scott came and asked if I knew anything about Father Calvin. I only knew him as the previous church pastor before Father Matthew took over. I told Scott to ask Matthew about it. Scott didn't say anything and left. Looks like they aren't getting along too well. Okay. Can I open you? No. Looks like Fred Shrimp. Whoa. Is that a brush? Hey. A well-cleaned grill fork? It's kind of suspicious. And those don't open. So my new lead is taking me where? The study. Right. Do. Which is not over there. It is on the other side of the house. I know where I'm going, please. I don't remember it. 44871. All right. I bet this is the secret. Need a book? Oh, are you serious? Another one? Oh, hey. Volume 10. Well, that's where it goes. Whoa. No. I don't know what to do with this thing. Alright, well. That's that, I guess. Do you have anything useful? Vivian Roberts' medical report. Dear Charles Roberts, Vivian's situation is currently stabilizing. She's accepted the fact that she cannot conceive anymore. However, she needs time to fully recover, and a 6-month rehabilitation is necessary. Your presence at the hospital has been noted to upset her. This only helps prolong her recovery. I'm suggesting that you try and refrain from visiting your wife until she's in a better state to receive you. Your mother's desire for a boy to be an heir to your family has caused tremendous strain on her. Please consider addressing this issue with your mother. Painscreek Community Hospital regards the patient's recovery as the highest priority. Our staff will do their very best to help Vivian. I apologize for any inconvenience this may have caused you. Henry Johnson, August 16th, 1974. Hey, there's a little... little chess pieces. Let me in. Yeah, I got no idea. I don't know. Dry drives me a little insane that... I think the next step is to go to the hospital. Or go to the cabin. I say go to the hospital. I'm trying to think of the story progression as I know it. I've only been recording for 35 minutes, so... I'll try to make the hospital short. Ooh, short visit, if I can. There's a thing that I have to do that's gonna scare the shit out of me. And it's gonna stagnate the progress that I can make at the hospital. But it's fine. Oh no, we can go to Dorothy's. Hold on, let's do that real quick. Since we're here. Oh, and then I have to... Oh, I need to go back into the mansion because I have that key. Damn it, I knew I was forgetting something. Bedroom? There's never anything there. A new home, a new lifestyle in the heart of town. Most people just want to secure the lives of their loved ones without having the constant worry that something will go wrong. We'll help you set your own pace, protect your freedom, form new friendships, pursue interests, and enjoy the finest service that can be provided. You can depend on us to aid in whatever way you need, and we'll give you the confidence that someone is always there to help. Painscreek Retirement Management's personal goal is to be the shoulder to lean on for everyone. We'll guide you to choose the right method and right time period, and we'll make those steps together. I was a little nervous moving to this town, but ever since I moved here, I feel like I'm home. It's been the experience of a lifetime. Kayla Pearson. Aww. Oh, I like the music for Dorothy's house. There's nothing malicious about Dorothy. She's actually like a good person. Is that what this music means? I hope so. Stapler. Scriptures by Reverend Keith. Ooh, another diary. 75. Charles asked something of me today. He asked if I would be willing to stay with Sophia, that he had arranged to have a house rented out a little ways from the mansion. I told him that I would help, but that Sophia's pregnancy will eventually show. There's no way of hiding it. He seemed very worried. February 6th. Charles came up to me and expressed his gratitude for taking care of Sophia. He said he'll be covering all the necessary expenses. He told me not to tell anyone about it. As for Sophia's growing belly, when the time comes, I'm asked to make up something about her running errands. Sorry, I just got a text out of Painscreek. I'm not sure if that'll work. April 6th. Sophia is 8 months into her pregnancy. Her belly is big now. I asked her how she felt. She told me she's happy and feels hopeful for her future. She said it would be best if the baby is a boy. I can understand why she's thinking that way, but I can't help but wonder how Vivian will feel about it all. What will the ramifications of this be? That's not good. Because Vivian already, like, was not stable because Magdalene was... Hey, this is the guy with the flower pots from the church. Because Magdalene was so insistent on her having a boy that she had, like, a, you know, breakdown or whatever. Up the stairs. Ooh. Locked. You're locked. Ugh. Alright. We'll go to the mansion, I'll find the door to that key, and then follow that, and then we'll go to the hospital. Goodness gracious. It's like I knew I was forgetting something at the mansion. Ah, this game is so pretty. I promise I'm not trying to like push the hospital to a new episode. I just genuinely, I don't want to be there because it's scary. And also, I want to wrap up things as much as I can. And I can go to Scott's, but I'm saving Scott's. I want a little bit more progress before I go to Scott's. And then the pieces will start falling in together. There's a locked door on the bottom floor somewhere. I think it's by the study. No, the study's an open room. There's a locked door on the bottom floor somewhere that I hadn't... Is it you? No. Is it this? Yeah, it's this. Wow, that is... Oh, and it matches the key. Yeah. Okay. Wow, that is a big-ass nightstand. When would you ever... Oh god, there's so many drawers. Alright. Oh. That's not good. That's Stephen Moss's key. Yeah. Diary? Here's another one of Vivian's. Monday, January 2nd, tooth. Andrew came and told me he didn't need an assistant. He said Scott is too inexperienced and is a burden to him. What he hasn't realized is that the garden has not been maintained well over the past few months, that his drug behavior is irritating, and that Scott is actually doing more work than he is. Scott is a fast learner. He should be up to speed in no time. Charles was the one who insisted on hiring him anyways. Charles likes the boy. They've been hunting together quite a number of times, and Charles always seems happy with his company. I just don't understand his love for hunting. He sometimes spends more time in his hunting cabin than he does at home. January 3rd. This is a day later. I was shocked to learn that Scott has been asking around about Sofia. How did he know about Sofia? Who could have told him? Must be Andrew, that drunk. I told him Sofia is gone. Those hallucinations of his is getting worse. He needs to see Henry and get more pills. I'll need to have Bernard keep an eye on Scott from now on. From now on, I'll try and see who he talks to, who he asks. April 8th. I called Oliver and asked if he could be the main photographer for the Easter fundraising event. When he asked what the funds will be for, I told him it will be used to raise awareness of Painscreek to promote our town's tourism. After listening, he agreed to help. When asked how much he would charge, he simply said it'd be free. I was surprised. I appreciate his contribution for this town. April 12th. The deal with Howard Medical came through, just as I anticipated. Instead of being happy, I feel empty. Am I getting numb from work? Or is it that I just don't care anymore? Yeah. May 14th. Our dinner tonight was quiet. Charles didn't eat much. He asked me about my day, but I didn't want to talk about it. As a matter of fact, I don't want to talk to him much these days. Trisha was silent as well. She's distancing herself from me. I can feel it. She used to confide in me about everything. Now we hardly talk. Is stopping her from seeing Scott wrong? Wednesday, July 6th. I don't want Trisha to be near Scott anymore. Of all the men in the world, of all the men in this world, why would Trisha pick him? This is unacceptable. There we go. There's a clock item if I've ever seen one. Yeah, it's locked. That makes sense. Why would we go in the rich people bathrooms? To the tea room. Which is not those rooms. This room. Oh, come on. There, look at that. 3:20 is tea time? So... that's almost 3 o'clock. Cool. One letter. June 18th, 1975. So this is around when Trisha was born. Dear Vivian, I am not writing to you as your doctor, but as a friend. I know you had your suspicions about Charles. Now that his affair is revealed, there is no point beating around the bush. If you want to protect yourself and Trisha, there is only one way. You have to make Sofia and the baby leave Charles. They need to be moved away from Painscreek. You will, of course, have to compensate for her leaving. As for Charles, he will need to know that having his affair publicly known will destroy his political status. People are not so forgiving when the mayor they trust is involved in such a scandal. I figure that Charles will try to add the child into the family registry. I would do the same if I were him. It is a boy after all, and the child will be able to continue the family line. If that should happen, I cannot imagine what will happen to you. Henry Johnson. No date. Vivian. I've given careful thought to your request, and here is my answer. I have provided a new prescription for your mother-in-law, Magdalene. It is 3 times the strength of her usual dosage. Detailed instructions will be sent with the medicine. Should you decide to do it, you will need to administer the medicine carefully so no one suspects anything. Call me if you have any questions, Henry Johnson. P.S. Make sure no one else in the mansion ingests any of it. Henry Johnson helped murder Charles's mother? Alright. To the hospital. To the hospital. Oh, well, we have... I want to make a stop. Do I? Do I want to make a stop? Do I want to go to the hunting cabin or do I want to go? I think I want to go to the hunting cabin. Let's just go to Anne's. I got 14 minutes before I should probably cut this episode, so. I'm trying to keep them all around an hour, so I'm trying to be a little bit more conscientious of everything for you guys. Scared the balls off of me. Oh my god, something fell off my chair. Woo! That was... I did not need that right now, let me tell you. I literally went probably the longest possible way, but that's fine. That's fine. Excuse me. I'm like short of cough breath. We got 201, so let's go in 201. I'm in. They didn't leave anything in the bathroom. Of course, his lights don't work. Why would they work? That would be stupid. Bibble. Alright. Where can I find the key? Hey, look! Oh, wait, hold on. Okay. Why did you take a picture of that? Oh, hey, look, it's Sophia. Where is she? I think that's the hospital. Oh, wait. Yeah, oh. I'm so silly. There's stuff on the back. Ooh. Okay. The code is Calvin's date of birth. Okay. Bernard Hopkins. Father died in mine accident. He was at home the day Vivian was killed, no alibi. Interview with Dorothy, done. Interview with Mary tomorrow at the Moon Cafe, done. Meet with the sheriff at the outpost at 10 AM on 5/11, May 11th. He mentioned wanting to show me some files. Found a hidden panel in the inn's reception area. It's part of the counter. It's hard to pop open. The latch is placed at one of the corners. There's some interesting stuff they hide in there. What? Oh my god. More secrets? Secret panel? Secret panel. I would like to see that. The latch is hidden in one of the corners. Are you sure? I'm at the inn, right? Like, The music gave up on me. It's like, listen, dude, I don't know what you're doing, but... Oh, here it is. It's back. It's a part of the counter. There's a latch. What are you talking about? I want to be a part of the secret panel. Some darts. Am I goofy? Hold on. I feel like because I already know that it's there, I kind of want to look it up just a little bit. Welcome back, YouTube. I guess I'm back. So, there is a lot of conflicting things. So some people are saying it's this. And I am confused. Other people say that it's in this area. Oops, hold on. Is it you? I want this. It's like the perfect size for a secret thing. Lamel. Alright. Everyone on Steam also sucks at this, so I feel less bad. It was this one. Logbook. March 20th. There's a private investigator in town by the name of Steve Moss. Rumor has it that someone hired him to investigate Vivian's death after the police ceased their own search. It's a tragedy that Vivian's murder case was never solved. April 9th. I saw Matthew today while he was cleaning the church. He looked thinner than he used to be. We talked for a bit. He told me that he'll be leaving Painscreek soon as the services won't be needed here anymore. I think the recent deaths in Painscreek affected him tremendously, not to mention the tragedy that befell his adopted son, Scott. Adopted. Even now, no one knows what really happened. None of the cases were ever solved. Sometimes I wonder if Scott did kill Vivian, or if he was just unfortunate and wrongly accused. April 14th. Mr. Moss came by today. He decided to question me, see if I know anything he hadn't already learned. I told him everything I legally could. When asked how his investigation went, he said something about an incident that happened in 1975, which might just be the breakthrough that he needed. As he left, I couldn't help but wonder if it had anything to do with the mansion maid who left Painscreek. I got a bunny. What are you for? Can I? I can't keep you? That's so sad. I love you. You're so cute. Alright, well, that... Cool. First of all, that is not... I guess it is technically a counter, but... So... Alright. In the next episode... Sorry, YouTube. You guys are getting the short end of the stick. We're gonna go to Scott's cabin, and we're gonna go to the hospital. And we'll see where that leads us. Bye. Cool beans.